throughout the Midwest and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Pregame show on the exclusive home for Renegades Baseball, the Show Me Sports Network. We'll recap last game's highlights, set the stage for first pitch, and even get the thoughts of the head coach during the pregame show. All while we get set to bring you the exciting play-by-play action of your Jefferson City Renegades. The best pregame coverage in the Mink League is on the air as Blake Gazaway and Grayson Smith are ready in the broadcast booth. Exclusive pregame coverage of Jefferson City Renegades Baseball is brought to you by Centurion Cares, Batteries Plus Bulbs, Avon with Michelle Carty, Storm Pro Contractors, Mossy Oak Properties, Law Office of Russ Swanigan, River Oak Christian Academy, Kathy Rush Remax Realty, Eddie Gaydell Society, Joe Mockins Ford, Riley Automotive, Southwest Dental, Canterbury Hill Winery, The Dugout Sports Cars, Edward Jones, Central Bank, Farmers Insurance, Animal Medical Center, Downtown Chiropractic Clinic, Jefferson Bank, BE Renewed LLC, Poncheros, State Tech College of Missouri, MFA, Hitachi ABB Power Grid, and Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades Baseball on the Renegades Radio Network. Now, here's the voice of the Show Me Sports Network and the Jefferson City Renegades Radio Network, Blake Gazaway.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone. Blake Gazaway here with you on the Show Me Sports Network as we are underway. First pitch to Deal is going to be hit on and pop out to left field as Caden will be the first out. He flies out to left field as Tommy Reether will step in. Sorry for not much pregame here. First pitch to him outside, ball one. So he is ahead in the count at 1-0. As we said, we making things do. First pitch to him, that one's going to be fouled off home plate, and his ankle, that'll put him down in the count at 1-1 strike. So he will step back in. Next pitch to him, swung on and missed. So he will be down to the count at 1-2 strikes. We said coming to you from Sedalia, Missouri today, just a little bit different. As this rain has played some havoc. He's going to hit a chopper fielded by the second baseman. He'll throw over to first base in time for out number 2. That was a 4-3 put out for out number 2. As I said, we wouldn't get on much before the first pitch, but we made it with not much room to spare, but sometimes that's all that counts. First pitch to Dell, down central, strike one. Trying to finish filling in my lineup here. Next pitch, that one inside, so that'll even the count at 1-1 strike. As this game a doubleheader, he's going to foul that one over the first base dugout, so that will put him down in the count at 1-2 strikes. That one misses. Ball number 2 takes us to 2 strikes. As I said, this game is game 1 of a doubleheader. We've got this game and then play at 7 o'clock for game 2. As just a light rain here at Sedalia. That pitch inside. That walked him, so he is issued a 2-out walk. Hamilton Anderson, the DH for this game one, he steps in. I feel the raindrops a little bit. Trying to get everything covered up here. He's going to hit a chopper to the first baseman. He'll glove it and step on the base unassisted. That will be out number 3 as we will go to the bottom of the first as you're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. In a rainy Sedalia, Missouri. It's not coming down very hard, but having to get everything covered up just in case. On the mound for the Renegades will be Xander Levin. So he will get the start for today. Pick these up here for you as we go. No pregame today. Just literally got everything hooked up and got on air. First pitch is going to be blooped into left field, so Williams will be standing on first base. I apologize, trying to move everything around to make sure it doesn't get rained on. So Spencer Nevins steps in. First pitch to him called strike. So he's down in the count at 0-1. Levin will look in. That pitch misses. Takes it to a 1-1 count. Said Blake Gazaway here with you on the Show Me Sports Network. Sorry, no fancy graphics for today. So our main goal was just getting on air before the ball game started. That one's going to be fielded at second base. And they're not going to have a throw, as couldn't field it cleanly was the second baseman. So McGinnis will step in. Rain continues to fall here. It's Levin on the mound. Got my handy-dandy yellow trash bag to put over the equipment here. First pitch fouled straight back. So he will be down in the count at 0-1. Of course, about the time I get the trash bag out, it seems like it's sort of stopped with the light rain, but we'll cover up nonetheless. That one's going to be hit off the end of the bat and go out of play. So first baseman McGinnis will be down in the count. He will be down in the count at 0-2. That pitch in the dirt, Clareau goes down and gets it. As those two runners on at first and second base, after the Bombers getting 2 hits to lead off the game. McGinnis will dig back in. Lovin on the mound. This pitch, a bouncing ball, is going to be hit to Keelholz. He'll flip to second, throw over to first. And they got a double play. Runner will go to third base. They did throw over, but he is on the base, so they were able to get 2 out, though. Goes as a 6-4-3. So Stallman will step in now. He's got 2 outs, a runner on third base. He'll bat from the left-hand side of the plate. First pitch called strike 1 to him. Nice job of the Renegades to turn that 6-4-3 double play. They're trying to get out of the inning after issuing those first 2 hits. That one swung on, missed. That'll make it 0-2. Stallman has to protect the plate now as he's down in the count. Lovin looks in, gets the sign, runner at third base. That's Williamson. A pitch downstairs, so that'll take it to ball 1. Nice little breeze picks up here at Liberty Park Stadium in Dayfield in Sedalia, home of the Bombers and the Tigers. That's the Smith Cotton Tigers as well as the Roadrunners, the State Fair Roadrunners. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the inning. There were 2 hits given up, but no runs, no errors, and 1 left on base. And after 1 inning to play, we're still scoreless. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the 2nd year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Top of the 2nd inning, Carter Mize steps in. He takes a called strike 1. So he steps in from the left-hand side of the plate. He's getting out, pulling up some of the stats tonight, just having my equipment covered up. That one called for strike 2. The raindrops subside. We will bring you a few more stats, but I know he's in the top 2. It's kind of a 2-horse race with him and Anderson atop of many of the categories for the team. That one downstairs. Taken for a ball. Takes us to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. That one in the dirt. They say he did not go. Well, they say he did go around, so he will be out number 1. Center fielder Brady Voss steps in. He has nobody on, 1 out here. First pitch to him taken for a ball. That one's going to be fouled off above my head. So that'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll get the pitcher in a moment for Sedalia. Realize I didn't announce him. 1-1 pitch. That's a high fly ball. It's going to be hit towards left field. Going over on it is the left fielder, and unfortunately that one goes foul, but that had the distance. It's only 310. 290 down the right field line, 310 down the left field line, and that one just goes out of play. But Voss was on that pitch. 1-2 pitch. That one bounced up the middle. He falls coming out of the batter's box. Looks like he's okay, and he's going to beat it out and go to second as the ball was in the dirt. He's going to slide in and be safe as the second baseman can't come up with it. So Voss is rewarded. He fell out of the batter's box but is able to get up and scamper to first base and ends up making it to second. Now shortstop Joseph Keelholz. He will step in, has one out and a runner on second base. Voss is going to jog over and give his batting gear to the dugout real quick. So Keelholz will step in again. Sorry, a little discombobulated here. Literally just got on right before game time. It's doubleheader. Keelholz is going to slice it off the end of the bat. It's going to go foul and get out of play. Hooks it into the foul territory down the third base line. It was going to be tight on time, but we got it on before the first pitch. Sometimes that's all that matters. That one called for strike two. So Blake Gazaway here with you on the Show Me Sports Network. Exclusive home for Renegades baseball all season long. Mother Nature has continued to play some havoc in our schedule. We went clear to Iowa and only played 1 of 4. He'll reach out, slap that ball to the second baseman. He'll throw over to first to get out number 1. But Voss will go over to third base. It was a fielder's choice. The third baseman, Seth Denoyer, he will step in. He bats on the right-hand side of place. First pitch to him, just a little behind it, fouls it back. Told you I'd get that pitcher in just a minute. Still going to be just a second. He's going to hit a high fly ball into center field. The center fielder is going to come over and track it down, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. And that will end the inning. There were no runs, no hit, no errors. And 1 left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. We're still scoreless. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Renegades Baseball, here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Parents, catching kids being good is at the heart of every parenting strategy you'll find at boystown.org/parenting. We've got parenting guides, articles, videos, quick tips, and even live parent talks on Facebook with Boys Town experts. Visit boystown.org/praise to receive your 10 Ways to Praise magnet. It's a great reminder to catch them being good, and that great parenting advice is just a click away.
We will go to the bottom of the second inning for the Bombers. They'll send hitters 5, 6, and 7. So Gideon Antle will step in. So Levin's first offering to him. That one on the inside part of the plate for called strike 1. That one misses low, ball one. I believe the rain has subsided, at least inside where I'm sitting. That one shows bunt. Antle pulls it back, so he takes ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. I said just sit almost straight down the third base line, looking straight down the third base line here at Liberty Park Stadium in Dayfield. That one outside. Takes it 3 balls and 1 strike. So we're on the first base line looking down the third base line, and that rain has at least stopped raining where I'm sitting. I call that one strike 2 as Antle chucked his bat into the dugout, and he's going to have to retreat and go get it. He's got a big smile on his face. He did not agree with that call. So he will step back in the box. Levin's payoff pitch on its way. That one walked him. That one Antle does get right. So Duffin Making steps in. He's playing left field tonight. He's a left-handed batter. Apologize in the hubbub and craziness of today, having the doubleheader scheduled. I did not have time throw to first base. No tag applied as Antle back safely. Didn't really have much time to get anything ready, so that's why we didn't have a pregame. We didn't play our intros. We just went straight on air. As we'd missed the first pitch if we did. First pitch in there, called strike 1. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get it on the air, which is what we did. So still trying to fill in my lineup card here. So Levin looks in. That one straight down central for called strike 2. So Making's in the hole. And no balls and 2 strikes. Antle standing on first base after giving up taking that leadoff walk. Levin will throw over to first base, play a lot closer that time, but no tag. Oh, 2 pitch, that one fouled off. That'll go into the parking lot behind third base. So we'll still do the 0-2 pitch as Levin again looks over and checks Antle. Mize holds him on there. Now they'll throw home, and a chopper's going to go foul into the dugout. So again, still an 0-2 count. Levin will step back in. Neither team has scored yet as we play in the bottom of the second inning. That pitch swung on and missed. And that will be strikeout number 2. Making's giving a half-hearted swing there. So Brett Mooney steps in. He's the DH for game 1. Steps in on the right-hand side of the plate. 1 out, 1 runner on. First pitch to Mooney down in the dirt. Clareau does a good job fielding that. Tells his pitcher, just calm down. One 0 pitch, runner's going to go to second. Clareau can't glove the ball and slipped out of his hand, so Antle will be on second base with a steal. As we said, it's been raining here as much of Missouri has been covered in rain, so that turf is a little wet. I think it's stopped momentarily, but I'm not going to venture out there to see if it is or isn't raining. Antle standing on second base. Now he'll take a lead. Next offering called strike. Lovin has used these couple of days of rest to come on to bring his A game. Two balls, one strike to count, one out here. Next pitch on its way, that one low. That takes it to 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 out here. Mooney will dig in. And they're going to say finally they got Angel out as he's picked off. He's just on his knees looking up at the umpire saying, "Are you kidding me?" So that will be out number 2. Lovin, great job to spin and throw and get Antle out. So that'll be 2 down now. So it's 3 balls and 1 strike count to Mooney. 2 outs now here in the inning. That pitch swung on and missed. That'll take it full at 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. Lovin trying to get out of the inning here after giving a leadoff walk. He helped out his cause, though, with that pickoff at second base. Payoff pitch on its way. That one called strike 3. And Mooney is retired, and we get out of the inning without any damage. There are no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on after 2 innings of play. We are still scoreless. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Wow, big things going on in the world lately. With so much confusion, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed. We all want to believe in something, and the most important cause of all is your amazing self. YourLifeYourVoice.org has answers and advice for teens who feel left out and are starting to doubt themselves. You have so much to offer. YourLifeYourVoice.org can help you find it.
Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Safely drive that automobile. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel.
Sorry, got to get a couple housekeeping things done. So we will go to the top of the third. As I said, I apologize, a little discombobulated here as we got on just seconds before the first pitch. Didn't really have a chance to get much done. The Renegades will send hitters 9, 1, and 2 to the plate. That'll be catcher Al Claro. Blake Gasaway here with you on the Show Me Sports Network. Grayson Smith will be here in a little while. So I got everything covered up, so apologize not getting you some of the stats and some of the information we usually do. Claro is going to foul that out of play. And it's going to be caught. So McGinnis coming over and catching it in foul territory. Can't see down the first base line. So Claro is out number 1. Now back to the top of the order, and Caden Deal, the second baseman. He takes the first one for a strike. He was trying to bunt that. Deal from O'Fallon, Missouri, 5'10", 175-pounder, left-handed batter, right-handed thrower, freshman at Northwest Missouri State. He's going to hit a slow roller to the second baseman. He'll glove throw to first base and retire Deal in a 4-3 putout. And that will be out number 2. Stepping in now will be right fielder Tommy Reether. He is 0 for 1 in the night. He's from Washington, Missouri, 5'10", 190-pounder. He's a left-handed batter, right-handed thrower, sophomore at Missouri S&T. He'll hit a bouncing ball to the shortstop. He gloves backhands, throw to first. Got the out, and it's 3 up and 3 down. Again, that one a 4-3 putout. 3 up and 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. In the inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
It doesn't matter how you say it, as long as you say it often. Praise your child at least 4 times for every time you correct them, and you'll be on your way to raising a confident, caring kid. 4-to-1 Praise is just one of the many parenting tools from the experts at Boys Town. Visit boystown.org/praise to receive your 10 Ways to Praise magnet. It's a great reminder to keep it positive, and that helpful parenting advice is just a click away.
Meet Norm. He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal.
This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no...
Yeah. Bottom of the third inning. We'll see who they send to the plate. Do the Bombers. It'll be hitters 8, 9, and 1. So Parker Surio, the catcher for tonight's game, will lead off the inning. He'll hit a slow rolling baller to the shortstop. Keelholz has it. Throw over to Mize. Digs it out in time for out number 1. It was a tough play for Keelholz, but he is able to glove it and throw out Surio. So that'll be 1 out. Well, this is Wyatt. Let me check the last name here. So this is Wyatt Tao. First pitch to him upstairs, ball 1. Boy, it's turned off muggy here. There is no air movement whatsoever. It is a little toasty. 1-0 pitch. That one misses inside. That takes it to 2 balls and no strikes. As 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. That pitch a little outside. That'll take Towle to 3 balls and no strikes. Lovin still on the mound in his third inning of work for the Renegades. Next offering, that one downstairs, 4-pitch walk issued to Towle. So now we'll go back to the top of the lineup in second baseman Kellen Williamson. So Williamson had a leadoff single that he hit into left field. First pitch to him is a strike. So runner on first base, Lovin will look in. And that's going to be a chopper hit to Lovin. He knocks it down. He'll pick it up, throw over to first, and get the out there. Wise play for him just to try to get the out at first base. It looked like that ball was just a little bit slick, popped out of his glove. So it ends up being a fielder's choice, a 1-3 fielder's choice. Spencer Nevins, the right fielder, steps in. He had a single to right field. Back-to-back leadoff hits for the game, but he was out on a double play. That one just misses low for ball 1, so Nevins will have a 1 ball, no strike count. 2 outs here as we play in the bottom of the third inning. Next pitch, that one outside. That takes it to 2 balls and no strikes. Clareau will flash through the signs behind home plate. Levin will check the runner at second. Next pitch on its way. That one couldn't get it to drop in there. That'll be ball 3. And they are going to go ahead and intentionally walk Nevins. So Nevins will draw the intentional walk. Now Braden McGinnis. He's the first baseman. He hit into a 6-4-3 double play, so he will step in. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Levin trying to get out of the inning here. First pitch down central for called strike 1. Levin again steps on the rubber. He'll get the sign he wants, checks the runner at second. 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be fouled out of play. So that'll take the count to no balls and 2 strikes. 11 trying to get out of the inning with no damage done. We're still scoreless. It's no runs, no hits, and no errors for the Renegades. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Bombers. 0-2 pitch on its way in the dirt. Runner goes to third and second. No throw. So we'll have a double steal there. That takes us to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here. Runners now on second and third. Next pitch. That one's going to be hit a mile in the air. Going over is Mize. He will make the grab. And that will be out number 3. As there were no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left on base, and after 3 innings of play, we're still scoreless. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Set the bar high and just go for it. You are destined for greatness.
Is it my imagination? Or is everyone telling me I'm already the next big thing?
Find your perfect self and follow your dreams.
My dreams weren't going so well. For some reason, life was feeling dark and I couldn't snap out of it. All I needed was a little support and a few new ideas. YourLifeYourVoice.org helped me get my life back on track. I can take it from here.
I want to get back to kissing the cheeks of my grandbabies, making Sunday dinner with a house full of family and lots of laughs.
COVID-19 has changed how we live and how we feel. But now, there are vaccines. And they are the very first step that let us get back to what we miss most. It's okay to have questions.
Is it safe?
Should I wait? Now, get the facts. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when vaccines are available to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
We go to the top of the 4th inning as the Renegades will lead off with hitters 3, 4, and 5. They'll lead off with left fielder in David Dell. Dell from Jefferson City, 6 foot, 175-pound right-hander across the board, freshman at Columbia College. First pitch to him taken for called strike 1. In the on-deck circle, Hamilton Anderson. He's drawn the designated hitter role for today's game. 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be a bouncing ball, and it's going to get through to center field. So Dell will be standing on first base with a leadoff single. Diving try by the second baseman, but could not get to it. So Dell will be on base, took a walk his first at bat. Hamilton Anderson steps in. He is from Columbia, Illinois, 6'3", 200-pounder, left-handed batter, right-handed thrower, a freshman at State Fair Community College. So he's very familiar with the field here, as this is where the Roadrunners call home. First pitch to him, big cut and a miss there. Day Field here at Liberty Park Stadium. This is where he plays his collegiate home games as he goes to State Fair Community College, just on the other side of town here in Sedalia. Throw over to first base, Dell back safely. Anderson hitting a .367 clip He's got 22 hits, a team leading with 4 home runs and 18 RBIs. Both of those also team leading. That one, a big cut and a miss there for strike 2. Remember this game, first game of a doubleheader, as we'll have 2 games here trying to make up for the game we lost yesterday because of the rain and the field flooding. In the game tonight, again, Dell back at first base, throw over, no tag. Carter Mize, the first baseman for the Renegades today in the on-deck circle. Still scoreless here, that pitch in the dirt. Anderson will have a 1-ball, 2-strike count to him. Nobody out here as we play in the top of the 4th inning. A pitch in the dirt, and Dell's going to take second. No throw down. So he will take it on a wild pitch. As we said on the mound, for the Bombers is Jay Schneider. I don't know his first name, but starts with a J. Last name Schneider. He's not on the roster that I found. So 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be cranked into foul territory down the third base line as Anderson trying to take it to the opposite field. Schneider looks in again. Checks Dell at second. Next offering, it's going to be a little bouncing ball. And Schneider's going to glove it, throw over to first base. And Hamilton will move the runner over. Just as good as a sack bunt, basically. So first baseman Carter Mize will step in. He's hitting a .318. He's got 21 hits, 1 behind Hamilton Anderson, and they're going to go ahead and intentionally walk him, so he's going to trot on down to first base. Probably not a bad idea. So he will jog on down to first base. Brady Voss, the center fielder, will step in. He had a single that turned into a double when they threw the ball way out of play. That first pitch to him called strike. So runners on the quarters, 1 out here. Voss, Mr. HBP, he's not been hit by pitch in several at-bats. Joseph Keelholz, a shortstop, stands in the on-deck circle. Next pitch, that one downstairs. Voss was trying to connect with it. Mize will scamper on down to second base. So now 2 runners in scoring position at second and third. That's Dell at third, Mize at second. Voss down in the count at 0-2. Next offering, that one outside. That takes it to 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Renegades trying to find a way to score first. That one in the dirt. Nice job of the catcher stopping it. That's Serio. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Voss at bat. Swing and a miss. And that'll be out number 2. Joseph Keelholz, the shortstop, he steps in. He's hitting a .205, including 3 doubles. He's got 8 hits, 4 RBIs, 9 walks. First offering to him, he's going to foul it off. So he'll be down in the count at 0-1. Seth DeNoyer, the third baseman, he's in the on-deck circle. A 1 pitch on its way. Keelholz is going to hit a shot over the first baseman's head, and the Renegades are going to score 2, and they're going to take the early 2-0 lead. Keelholz is trying to get into second, and he will. He's going to be out, though, as he slipped off the bag and was tagged out for out number 3. However, 2 RBIs go across the board. His head coach, Mike D'Amelia, is going to run over and say, hey, keep your head up. You just got us a 2-0 lead, as he slid off the bag with his foot, stepped on it, had a stand-up double. and slid off the bag and couldn't get back in time. But regardless, he's got 2 RBIs to his name, and the Renegades lead 2-0. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Renegades Baseball, here on the Show Me Sports Network.
It costs so little to teach a child to love, and so much to teach him to hate. These simple but profound words from our founder are at the core of each parenting strategy you'll find at boystown.org/parenting.
Teach me respect.
Teach me patience.
Teach me love.
Visit boystown.org/magnet to receive a Teach Love magnet as a reminder that the change we want to see in our world begins at home. And Boys Town is there to help along the way.
As the COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may be asking yourself, should I get it? Will it help me get back to doing the things I love, like meeting friends or traveling? And can I do it without putting my family at risk? You've got questions, that's normal. So visit getvaccineanswers.org for the latest information on the COVID-19 vaccines. Getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. It's up to you. A message brought to you by the Ad Council and the CDC.
We will go to the bottom of the 4th inning after the Renegades take the lead there. Lovin still on the mound. They'll send hitters 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. That first pitch in there for a called strike. Third baseman Brandon Stallman is in the left-handed batter's box. He's down in the count at 0-1. Next pitch, he's going to hit that one a mile high. DeNoyer's going to track it down at third base. Actually, that's Keelholz calling for it, and he will catch that one for out number 1. Center fielder Gideon Antle So Gideon Antle will step in. He took a walk, stole second, and then was picked off at second base. First pitch, he's going to foul that one out of here. So he will be down in the count at 0-1. Levin having his 4th inning on the mound tonight. That one in there for called strike 2. Andrew Patton in warming up in the bullpen for the Renegades. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 4th. That one in the dirt. Clareau goes over and stops it. Next pitch on its way. That one a bouncing ball. It's going to be fielded by Keelholz. He'll glove throw and got the out. Tough play as he had to glove it, get in his glove, throw over to first, but does so and gets it in a 6-3 put out. Now left fielder Duffin Makings, he was a strikeout victim his first time up. He's at 0-1. Lovin was supposed to start in game 2. Pitch misses. Ball 1. He was supposed to start at Clarinda, get game 2 start, but that game halted. Well, it never started. But our doubleheader halted after the first game. Bouncing ball is going to be hit by 2 Keelholz. He'll glove it, throw over to first. Got him! Nice stretch by Mize. And Keelholz, after getting those 2 RBIs, he gets credit on all 3 of those outs. Head coach for the Bombers does not agree with that call, but it was close. Not an argument you're going to win. So in the inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base after 4 innings of play. Renegades lead 2-0. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Renegades Baseball, here on the Show Me Sports Network.
COVID-19 has changed how we live and how we feel. But now there are vaccines, and they are the first step that lets us get back to the things we miss most, like spreading the word without spreading concern, girls tripping instead of solo sipping, and talking smack with a side of mac and cheese. It's okay to have questions about COVID-19 vaccines. Now, get the facts. Visit getvaccineanswers.org so you can make an informed decision when COVID-19 vaccines are available to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
The inning will be hitters 8, 9, and 1 as Seth DeNoyer will step in. First pitch to DeNoyer, he's going to hit a little blooper. That might get down. And it's going to be out of the grab of the right fielder, and DeNoyer's going to have a double. He will slide in, and he's got a leadoff double. Heck of a try by Nevins there. Leaping grab, but could not get a glove on it. So DeNoyer's going to go to second base on a leadoff double. Catcher Al Claro will step in now. So Ale Claro steps in. He's from Aruba, 5'7", 170-pounder right-hander across the board, a sophomore at Northwest Missouri. First pitch downstairs for ball one. Claro steps in, hitting a 188. Been hit 5 times. That one inside, called strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here. DeNoyer standing with a healthy lead at second base as we play in the top of the 5th inning. That one's going to be fouled off. Claro got just a hair ahead of that pitch. He's going to hit a little blooper. And that's going to drop as into shallow center field. And Claro will get credit for a single. And he'll move DeNoyer over to third base. Couldn't tell if that was going to drop or not. Now back to the top of the order and Caden Deal. As Deal steps in, he's 0 for 2. Had a chance to visit with him a little bit on the road trip we took to Clarinda and then drove an hour further to have our games canceled in Des Moines. He's going to hit it right up the middle. Shortstop will tag first. Tag second. Throw over to first. Not in time. As DeNoyer is going to scamper from third base, and it's now a 3-0 ball game. So that's a fielder's choice. Just the first out of the inning. It's now a 3-0 ball game. A pitch downstairs and low for Tommy Reether. Reether hitting a 190 on the season entering tonight's ball game. So far, he's 0 for 2. A pitch also downstairs. Makes it 2 balls and no strikes. So Reether will dig back in from the left-hand side of the plate. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. He's going to hit a chopper, and that's going to go over the first base bag, and they're going to wave Deal home, but then decide maybe he should stop and put the brakes on at third base. So Reether gets credit for a single and moves Deal over to third base. Now we'll go back to left fielder David Dell. He sort of got things going last inning, and we're going to have a visit on the mound. And it's 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Renegades. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Bombers. Hamilton Anderson, the DH for our first game. He's in the on-deck circle. He's 0 for 2, but he does have a team-leading average coming in, hitting a .367 clip, 22 hits, including 4 doubles, has 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, 5 walks. So he is leading the team in a lot of categories. Renegades again. Trying to work a little magic here. They lead 3-0. Runners will be on the corners as Dell digs in. He is 1 for 1 with a walk. Throw over to first base. Reether back in plenty of time. Reether on first base. Dell on third. Schneider's next pitch. Dell swings at a ball in the dirt, and Reether's going to take second. He'll dive in there. So Dell will dig back in. Right-handed batter. He's going to hit a ball to shallow center field. He'll catch it, and Deal's going to come home. They're going to tell him he can stand up, and he crosses home plate. And that'll make it a 4-0 lead. So Dell gets credit for an RBI and a sac fly to center field. Okay, so maybe his name was J.P. Schneider. So we're going to have a pitching change here. So Dell comes home. Reether stays at second base. We'll check to see who this new pitcher is in the ballgame. Didn't have a line for Schneider, as I don't see him in the lineup. I don't see him in the roster, rather. At least on the Point Streak roster. Check to see who the new pitcher is. He is a southpaw. It's a 3-something. It's like 38. Nope, wouldn't be 38 because he is a righty. Well, I believe that is who's out there. They do have all their pitchers listed as right-handers. So it is Bennett Brown Field. Rockbridge High School, so he's a Columbia product. He comes in pitching in 4 games, but has a 1-1 record. So he's pitched 7 innings. Had 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, given up 8 hits. Stepping in for the Renegades will be Hamilton Anderson. Not who I'd want to pitch to with a runner on. That one in there, caught the corner of the strike zone for strike 1. So 0-1 pitch on its way. That one in the dirt. Reether does not try to scamper to third base. One pitch. Big cut and a miss there, and you can see that turf is just a little bit slick as Anderson tried to plant that lead foot and just slid about halfway through the batter's box. 1-2 pitch on its way, that one downstairs. We'll take it even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs. Runner on second base, that's Reether. That pitch misses low. That takes us even at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Renegades lead 4-0. They've scored 2 last inning and put up 2 so far in this inning as we play here in the top of the 5th. That one called strike 3. Anderson knew it. But the Renegades were able to plate 2 runs. They take 3 hits. And they take a lead at 4-0. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
America's veterans have always stepped up and made great sacrifices. But with the COVID-19 crisis, many veterans are struggling to make ends meet or get the care they need. DAV has helped ill and injured veterans for 100 years, but today the need is greater than ever. You can help. Go to DAV.org to help provide critical support to veterans in need or to learn more about DAV's free programs and services supporting veterans.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
He's a sophomore at Northwest Missouri State from Columbia. He's a right-handed pitcher, 6 foot, 185 pound. Didn't get through the lineup there when he started. He has pitched in 6 games. Has a record of 0-1. He has started 2 games, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 7 hits. First pitch, called ball 1 to designated hitter Brett Mooney as we enter play here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This game 1 of 2 games here in this doubleheader at Sedalia. That one, a beauty. That's called strike 1. Evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Lovin looks in. 1-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. That is strike number 2. One-two pitch on its way. That one in the dirt. Got him to lay off of it. Two-two pitch. That one upstairs. That'll take us to a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch on its way. That one's going to be hit into right field for a single. As Mooney took that one the other way, and he's going to get credit for a single. Now catcher Parker Serio. Serio is 0 for 1 in the game. Has a 6-3 putout. First pitch upstairs. Serio doing a great job behind the plate, but he's only hitting a 0.43. Pitch downstairs, that bounced off home plate. See a couple of Renegades warming up. So Serio will dig back in. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out here. Leadoff single. Given in the inning, that's a chopper. Killhold's going to dive, but cannot get a glove on it, and it's going to go into left field. Back-to-back singles. And that's going to be, I believe, the night for Xander Lovin. Head coach Mike D'Amelia will go out to have a chat with him. So will catcher Ale Claro, third baseman Seth DeNoyer, shortstop Joseph Keelholz, Second baseman, Caden Deal. First baseman in Carter Mize. Well, they just waved off the pitcher, so it might not actually be his night over just yet. Mize ushered him back. So they'll break up the meeting on the mound. Lovin only giving up 2 hits coming into this inning. Right fielder Wyatt Towle will step in. He took a walk in his first at bat. I said Lovin only giving up 2 hits so far coming into this inning. Now he's given up 2 more. First one called strike. As Towle showed bunt, but drew it back. Lovin again steps on the mound. The Renegades leading 4-0 here in game 1 of 2 at Sedalia. 0-1 pitch, and he's going to bunt it foul. Mize will touch it, so it'll put Towle down in the count at 0-2. Runners on first and second base, and nobody out here as we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Renegades. No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Bombers as we play at Liberty Park Stadium at Day Field in Sedalia. Lovin's 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. That will be out number 1. We'll go back to the top of the lineup as Kellen Williamson, he's 1 for 2. He's second baseman. Now this might be our pitching change. That is going to be the case. So we will change pitchers here. Check to see who this is. I believe that's Demmel. So Lovin's night is done. He's pitched a good game. That is Colin Demmel out there on the mound. We said we play here in Liberty Park Stadium at Day Field. It is a hot one. Shows 85 degrees, but sure feels like it's a lot hotter than that. There's just no wind movement. So Colin Demmel on the mound. He is from Overland Park, Kansas. A right-handed thrower, right-handed batter as well. We've seen him play quite a bit in the field. Also on the mound a few times. He's a freshman in Emporia, 6 foot, 175-pounder. He comes in. He's pitched in 1 game. He's had 1 inning of work, 1 strikeout, given up 2 hits. That was the 6-5 win against St. Joe 12 days ago. So Demmel will be on the mound. He inherits a 4-0 lead. These games are sort of important for the Renegades, as every game is, but the Bombers sit atop the Mink League South Division with a record of 10-7. Renegades sit at the bottom, 3 full games back at a record of 7-10. But now, Kellen Williamson, second baseman, he will step in. He has had a leadoff single to lead the game off, and he's hit into a fielder's choice. So 2 on, 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he's going to hit a fair ball that'll get down the third base line, and that'll score 2. Well, they held off one runner, so he will get credit for a double. It'll be an RBI double. I could see it from here. There was no way that thing was going foul. So Mooney will score. So Rio will be on third base. Williams having that stand-up RBI double. Right fielder Spencer Nevins steps in now. First pitch to him, called strike one. Nevins is 0 for 1. Sorry, he is 1 for 1, rather. He had a single in the first inning. Then he drew a walk, but he was out in a double play. Dimmel's next offering. Bouncing ball, goes down third base, but foul. So Nevins will be down in the count. We saw him make his Bombers debut several games ago when we were here in Sedalia. Wind picks up a little bit. Can't feel it here, but it is blowing from right to left on your radio dial. A pitch upstairs. Takes it to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So blowing right to left on your media center or on your app, however you are listening to tonight's game. 1 ball, 2 strike count, 1 out here. That one downstairs. That takes it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tummel will look in and get the sign. Has runners in scoring position on second and third for the Bombers. Evans, 2-2 pitch coming. That one inside. Tummel trying to get the strikeout here rather than load the bases. So we have a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Already 1 run plated by the Bombers. Payoff pitch. That's going to be hit and get out of the outstretched glove of second baseman, and it'll score 1, and they're trying to. Claro has the throw, and they'll throw down to second, and they're going to say he's safe. Just got under the tag, so 2 runs scored there as Nevins cranks it through the infield. He is credit for 2 RBIs. First baseman Brady McGinnis, he is 0 for 2. So that lead has been cut to 1 at 4-3 for the Renegades. Nevins standing on second base. There's somebody warming up again in the bullpen. That first pitch missed for ball 1. Somebody's down there warming up. Can't tell who it is for the Renegades. McGinnis ahead in the count at 1-0. Demo will check the runner. And he'll step off. Had a chance to throw to second, but nobody was holding the runner on second base. McGinnis hitting a .571 clip, a team leading. That's got to be close to a Mink leading clip, too. He's going to chop that one off his left foot. Caught the inside part of the ankle. So we'll be 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Runner on. Bombers have scored 3, but the Renegades lead by 1 at 4-3. Demo check the runner a second time now. Next offering that one upstairs. I'll take it to 2 balls and 1 strike. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Renegades. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Bombers. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. That one's going to be ripped foul down the third base line. Now McGinnis to pull the trigger early on that one. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Took a little off of it. Got out number 2. Third baseman, Brandon Stallman, he will dig in now. He is 0 for 2 with the strikeout and a fly out to the shortstop. That fly out to the shortstop was 3 batters at Keelholes at shortstop was involved in every out. First pitch well outside, ball 1. We'll have the nightcap game after this, set for a 7 o'clock first pitch. So depending on how long this game goes, we'll have it about 20, 30 minutes after the completion of game 1 here. We'll have the nightcap in the game 2 of the doubleheader. 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside. That takes it to a 2-0 count. So Stallman will dig back in. Pitch. He's going to hit a long fly ball towards right field. Reether's back on it, and it's going to hit at the warning track and go to the fence. And that'll be a tie ball game as he's going to go to third. Throw in is not going to be in time as he knocks Denoyer off the bag. And it'll be a triple for Stallman. That thing went to the fence, and he gets an RBI triple. And now it's tied at 4 apiece. So Demo will stay out there with 2 outs in the inning. Center fielder Gideon Antle steps in. He took a walk. That one misses the outside corner. Ball 1. He also... 0 for 1 in the game with that walk. So he hit into a 6-3 putout. We are tied up at 4 apiece here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one is going to hit Antle. So he will jog on down to first base. I believe that hit everybody except the home plate umpire. Hit Claro on the way by. So Duffin Makings, the left fielder, will step in now. He is the 9th batter in the inning. That one actually might have hit the umpire. He's checking his hand. So I think it actually hit all 3 of them. So Dimmel is going to have his night done as he will leave. Shane Fontenot is going to jog in. So he will take the mound. Get his line in just a second. So Shane Fontenot will be on the mound, a cleanly shaven Shane Fontenot, I might add. Baton Rouge, Louisiana is where he is from. He goes a senior at Arkansas Monticello. He's a 6'4", 230-pound right-hander. He has a record of 2-0. He has pitched in 7 games, has a 2.25 ERA. Pitched 12 innings with 12 strikeouts, 5 walks, and issued 8 hits. Well, he's going to come in. They are looking at the plate umpire's hand, and he's got quite a little welt there on the back of his hand, just below his middle knuckle. You can see it from here, and that's smarts, I can tell you that much. Taking a look at the standings here with the Mink League in the South Division. The Sedalia Bombers, they're in control of the South Division with a record of 10-7. They are on a 1-game win streak. Joplin Outlaws are going to, might actually have a slight delay here as I think the umpires are going to change roles here. Said he caught that ball, looks like right on the knuckle. See what exactly they're going to decide as that pitch caught him right on the knuckle. I thought it hit everybody on the way by except him, but it indeed did hit everybody that was behind home plate. So he's going to go get some attention looked at for that. So we're going to have a little bit of delay. As I was saying, though, the Bombers own control of first place in the South Division with a record of 10-7. Joplin Outlaws sit at 9-8. They're a full game back. They're riding a 2-game losing streak. As they're one full game back. For the Renegades Griffins, they are sitting 3 games back, same as the Renegades. The Griffins, they'll have an 8-11 record, a 7-10 record for the Renegades. Both sitting at 3 full games back. Griffins riding a 1-game losing streak. Renegades have dropped their last 5. So they're going to get some ice for the home plate umpire as they attend to him. As we have hit a little speed bump here. Fortunately, I don't think we have any other umpires in the crowd tonight. So we will see what they want to do. So we are going to have a little bit of delay here as, well, if you picked up on the PA announcement, an home plate umpire was hit on that left hand. Just on the back of the hand right there by the middle knuckle. He had a pretty good welt on it, big enough that I could see it as he was standing on the opposite side of the plate. So they brought some ice down to him, but they're going to attend to him. So we're going to be in a little bit of a delay as they figure out the next course of action here. I'll tell you, if it isn't one thing, it's something else. If it's not the rain, it's the umpire taking a foul ball off his, I guess it wasn't foul, a pitch off of his hand. It did hit everybody as a small consolation, not that it gives him much, makes him feel any better, but it did hit everybody on the way by. It hit the batter, the catcher, and home plate umpire. So we're going to take a break here and then get you set and be back. I'm going to take a chance to stretch my legs, and who knows, I might be out there calling balls and strikes behind home plate after a while. So we're going to take a break here and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
As a former veteran, for 2 years I tried to get my disability and nothing worked. Then I called Wes Swanigan, and he got the results that I really needed.
I hear stories like this all the time where people are overwhelmed with the system. As a former Social Security attorney, I will help you get the benefits that you deserve.
Russ Swanigan lives and works in mid-Missouri, and he's here to help you.
The help you deserve for the benefits you've earned. The law offices of Russ Swanigan.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Attention class of 2021. It's time to think about your future. It's time for you to take action. It's time to apply to State Tech. But you better hurry because space is filling up fast. In fact, more than 85% of our seats will be filled by March. So don't delay and find out firsthand why State Tech is ranked the best college in the country for the second year in a row. And we are proud to be known as the employer's choice. Apply today at statetechmo.edu.
This is my husband, Alex Hussey. Alex is about 2 weeks away from coming home.
I stopped on the bomb. Lost my legs, my left hand in an explosion.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there. With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small. DAV helps veterans and their families get the benefits they've earned.
Look at that smile! You did it!
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Crooked teeth may embarrass kids whose families can't afford braces. And trying to fix their teeth themselves can make things worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. For children and teens who qualify and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, treatment can be life-changing and help them smile with confidence. Learn more at aaoinfo.org.
Extinction is forever. To save America's most iconic and imperiled species from extinction, we must fight for their future. Fight to save the natural lands that wildlife call home. Fight to limit pollution. Fight for smart development. Fight for their future. And fight for ours. For so goes nature, so goes us.
If you are struggling to afford your internet bills during the pandemic, there's a temporary government program that may be able to help. It's called the Emergency Broadband Benefit, and it provides up to a $50 monthly discount on your broadband bill to qualifying households. Find more information about the program, including if you qualify and how to enroll, at fcc.gov/broadbandbenefit, or call toll-free at 833-511-0311. That's 833-511-0311.
To me, the most important thing about being in the human race isn't winning. It's participating, living life to the fullest, emphasis on living. This is what makes life, life. Yet how much of life are we willing to miss out on? Untreated hearing loss affects our mobility. It increases the risk of falls by 50%. Good hearing health is essential to staying engaged and doing what we love. Hear well and stay vital. Get a hearing health check every year.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Well, the good news is the Renegades have taken the field again. Still don't see the umpire crew. As we said, we're in a umpire injury delay. Mink League is not quite in the position the MLB is, as they have an extra umpire who's there for emergencies such as this, who just hangs out. Well, they also have more than 2 umpires per game, but they have an extra one that hangs out just in case such a problem were to arise, as the home plate umpire was struck in the left hand by a wild pitch. It hit the batter. Gideon Antle. It hit the catcher and Ale Claro, and it hit the home plate umpire as well. So that wild pitch, I guess you could say, got its money's worth on its way by as it took out all three of them. We'll see what they want to do here. Antle will jog on down to first base. So we're just kind of hanging out here at Liberty Park Stadium, Day Field in Sedalia, Missouri. Blake Gasaway here with you on the Show Me Sports Network, home of the Renegades Radio Network. We'll be carrying Renegades baseball all season long. Said had a pitching change. Get my screen pulled back up, and I'll tell you a little more about Shane Fontenot. So Shane will be on the mound. He's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Right-handed pitcher, 6'4", 230 pounds. He is a senior at Arkansas. It's Arkansas Monticello. He will have a couple of things to say to his catcher in Claro. These two teams very familiar with each other. Of course, they'll see each other 8 times throughout the season, 4 at home and 4 on the road. Tonight's a little different, as because of the rain out yesterday, it's really more of a flood out than a rain out, but because of the game not played yesterday, tonight became a doubleheader here as we're trying to work around the rain. Had sprinkles and light rain to begin the game. As I said, didn't have a lot of time to get our pregame. And when I say didn't have a lot of time, we just went cold straight on the air and got in before the first pitch. So sometimes you take the little victories as you can get them, and that is what needed to happen in order to not miss our first pitch. As our game was paused, with left fielder Duffin Makings coming to bat, he's 0 for 2. Not sure exactly what they're going to do. So far, I did poll the crowd around me, and nobody has volunteered to go call some balls and strikes. There were several that said they would, but they've not been called upon. Set on the mound is Shane Fontenot behind home plate. Ale Claro. First base is Carter Mize. Second base, Caden Deal. Shortstop, Joseph Kuhlholz. Third base, Seth Denoyer. And from left field, David Dell. Center field, and Brady Voss. And in right field is Tommy Reether. Xander Levin started the game, pitched a pretty decent game. He'd only given up 2 hits going into this inning. Then it kind of got busted open, so his night was done. Well, I thought we were just about ready to get things started. As head coach for the Jefferson City Renegades, Mike D'Amelia sent his team out onto the field. However, still haven't seen the umpire crew come back. I know the home plate umpire was frustrated when he went to the locker room. He was frustrated with what was happening. Obviously, nobody wants to get hit by pitch, but he was trying to tough it out. He said he was okay, but after further inspection from a few others, they decided he should probably get his hand looked at. And I agree with that call, considering how swollen it was on that left hand, just behind the middle knuckle on his left hand. I said I could see it from here, so. He went to the locker room to get some medical attention. So they're still trying to figure out what's going on. As we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's when we resume. That's where we will be at. Judd Kendall's going to, I think, go down and check on the umpires, see what they've decided. Game 1 of our 2-game doubleheader. So game 2 is supposed to have a 7 o'clock start time, depending on how much longer we're delayed and what transpires here. We might be a little later than that before we get game 2 underway. I mentioned when we had the light delay, I need to invest in some rain delay, light delay, any delay theater. Haven't done so, but apparently that's something I'm going to have to do a little work in and trying to get some delay theater activities, something I can play back and let you hear something instead of me ramble on. So it looks like we are just about set to resume the game, as I believe now we'll just have one umpire, as the back umpire has changed his gear and he is going to step behind home plate. Not sure what his name is, but I have seen him several games. Yet to say one thing that I really like about him, that he does a great job, is making sure we know when there's a pitching change or player substitutions on the field. He always makes sure that myself as the broadcast crew, or if Grayson's with me, both of us know what the substitution is, as well as the public address announcer. So I believe we are just about ready to get the ball game underway, as the rain has started again here. Heavy rain here. As first pitch from Fontenot is downstairs, called ball 1, as this is the 9th batter in the inning. Get my stuff covered up again. That pitch called, strike 1. So that'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner's going to go to second. High pitch, and runner will just walk down. That's Antle. The rain continues to fall here. That pitch misses, 4-3. Apologize for hearing all the noise from the trash bag, but does a great job to help block the rain, as it has started falling here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That pitch misses for a walk. As Brett Mooney will step in, he is the 10th batter of the frame. First pitch to him in there for called strike 1. Good thing our game is only set for 7 innings, because I've got to shift over into the next column on my score sheet. 4-4 tie ball game. That pitch upstairs evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like the rain Thought it subsided a little bit, but has not. Here at Liberty Park Stadium in Day Field. Next pitch on its way. That one misses outside. Ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs here. We play at the bottom of the 5th inning as we're tied 4 apiece. 2-1 offering for Fontenot upstairs. This rain is not helping him out at all. Ball's going to be slick. His hand is slick. Second time now we've had rain here at the ballpark. 2 on, 2 out. 3-1 offering. That one walked him. That will walk in a run. So that'll be a 2-out walk. Catcher, Parker Serio will step in. Everybody moves forward to base. That one called. Strike 1. This is the second time Serio has batted in this inning. I said 2 on earlier. I meant 3 on. He's going to foul that one out of play. As the Bombers take a 5-4 lead with that bases loaded walk. A pitch well upstairs. Looks like the rain is maybe slowed down just a little bit. 1-2 pitch on its way. That one hit in the air. That thing is a mile high. Mize is going to go to his right. He'll make the grab for out number 3. But that was a good inning for the Bombers as they scored 5 runs, put up 5 hits, and no errors, and left 3 on base. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning as the Bombers have taken the lead at 5-4. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Military life can have its challenges, but sometimes veteran life brings more.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Greg Gatson, Army veteran.
DAV helps veterans and their families get the benefits they've earned.
Today, I'm an entrepreneur, photographer, and public speaker, and I never tire of standing tall.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is just being the best that I can be.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
We worked our whole lives to save, just to spend it on time. With these two, filling buckets of memories. This is what makes life, life. Yet how much of life are we willing to miss out on? Because even mild hearing loss doubles our risk of dementia. Yes, dementia. Good hearing health is essential to staying engaged and doing what we love. Hear well and stay vital. Get a hearing health check every year.
Off the inning with first baseman Carter Mize. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. That first pitch misses. Brownfield still on the mound. 1-0 offering to Mize. Swing and a miss. That'll leave the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. In the on-deck circle, center fielder Brady Voss, and be up next will be shortstop Joseph Keelholz. That one taken for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out here. That one's going to be a high fly ball hit towards center field, going back on it, and that's going to be up against the wall. And Mize will be at second base, and he is going to have a leadoff double. So Mize is going to have a long double to center field. So center fielder Brady Voss will step in. Mize has a double, as well as a strikeout and a walk. Voss is going to bunt it to the pitcher, who will mishandle it. He's going to throw to first, and it's not going to be in time, and everybody's going to be safe. So Voss legs out, an infield bunt. Joseph Keelholz, he had a 2 RBI double his last at bat, as the Bombers lead 5-4, as they scored 5 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. First pitch in the dirt, goes to the backstop. Mize is going to come home. He's going to be in there safely. Voss will go to second, and we're tied up at 5 apiece. So Mize gets in from third base. Voss moves over into scoring position at second, as Keelholz will dig back in. He's got a 1-ball, no strike count on him. First pitch, or next pitch, that one called strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to count. We're tied at 5 apiece here in the top of the 6th inning. That one outside. That takes it to 2 balls and 1 strike. Keelholz digs back in on the left-hand side of the plate. Can't tell if it's still raining or not. 2-1 pitch. That one called strike 2. Still nobody out here, as the Renegades have tied the ball game back up at 5 apiece. It was tied at 4. Voss takes a good lead at second. Keelholz will reach out and poke it to the first baseman. He'll glove it, and nobody's there to cover the bag, and he's going to leg it out, and he's going to be safe at first base. Somebody didn't get the memo, and nobody was there, and Keelholz is going to reach out and poke it to the first baseman, and he'll be on first. As Voss will move over to third base. Third baseman Seth DeNoyer will step in now. He is 1 for 2, has a fly out to center field, and also had a double, a leadoff last inning for the Renegades. He's going to sky that one and out of play. So he'll be down to the count at 0-1. Trying to take it down that third base line, but just got a little in front of it. Ale Claro, the catcher, will be in the on-deck circle. That one's going to be fouled up, and it'll go out of play. Hits on the roof above our heads. So DeNoyer down in the count at 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes count, as Brownfield's still on the mound. Renegades have tied it up at 5 apiece. They're looking to take the lead here. Next pitch, swing and a miss to DeNoyer, and Keelholz is going to take second base. So DeNoyer is out number 1. So Ale Claro, the catcher, will step in. He is 0 for 2, but does have a fly out and a out on a fielder's choice, reach safely at first base on a fielder's choice. 1 out here. Runners on second and third. First pitch fouls that one off. So they'll be down in the count at 0-1. He'll step out, take a deep breath. Now he'll dig back in. No balls, 1 strike to count from Brownfield. Claro's next offering, that one upstairs. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, I can't tell if it's still raining out there. Maybe looks like a little bit of a drizzle still. 2 on, 1 out. Claro's going to foul that one way out of play, so he'll be down in the count at 1-2. One fouled off just above his hands on the bat. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on. Brownfield will step off. Claro will step off, wipe off the bat. Now he'll dig back in. So we're tied up 5 apiece, 2 in scoring position here for the Renegades. That pitch way upstairs. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. So we play here in the top of the 6th inning. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Renegades. 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Bombers. That ball's going to get by, and coming home is Dolly's going to dive in. Excuse me, that's Voss, and he's going to be safe. And that's going to be a 6-5 lead as Brady Voss gets home on a wild pitch, and he gives the lead back to the Renegades. At 6-5, Keelholz will go down to third base. That'll be a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out here. As it's now a 6-5 ball game in favor of the Renegades. That one also in the dirt, and Claro was going to take a walk over to first base. So now we'll go back to the top of the lineup. Second baseman, Caden Deal, will step in. He had an RBI single last at bat. Also had a 4-3 putout and a fly out to left field. So Dial will step in with 2 on and 1 out here. Renegades have regained the lead at 6-5. He'll show bunt, take that one for called strike 1. Brownfield will look in, check the runner at first. Next offering on its way, that one upstairs. Takes it to 1 ball and 1 strike. One out here as we play. Runner's going to go to second. No throw down as Claro will be standing at second base with the stolen base. So again, 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out here. Deal down in the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he's going to hit a little blooper, and that's going to drop in center field, and it's going to score 1 as Keelholz touches home plate, and it's now a 7-5 lead. Nice job of Deal to do some specific hitting there. Just drop a little blooper into center field. And it scores Keelholz and moves Claro to third base. So we'll have a meeting on the mound as Renegades have taken the lead back at 7-5 after they plated 3 here in the top of the 6th inning. They have 7 runs on 8 hits and no errors. 5 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors for the Bombers. Stepping in now will be right fielder Tommy Reether. Tommy had a single to right field last time he was up. He's hit into 2 4-3 putouts otherwise. So Tommy has 2 on, runners on the corners with 1 out here. His team leading by 2 at 7-5. He's going to foul the first one off. Reether's the 7th batter here in the top of the 6th inning. He'll wipe the batting gloves off, work his pine tar on his bat handle. He'll dig in again on the left side of the plate, down to the count 0 for 1. That one is there, and we're going to have another runner score. Throw down to second, not in time, and Clareau wisely goes home and gives his team an 8-5 lead. So nice heads-up play there by Clareau. So Deal down at second base had to do his all to stay on that bag as he slid 3/4 of the way off. That one fouled back. That'll take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still 1 out here as the Renegades have played at 4. This field, all turf on the infield, grass on the outfield, but Deal just about slid off the bag, was about 3/4 of the way over it. But he stayed on. A pitch in the dirt. It evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here, 1 runner on second base. Renegades lead 8-5. 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit down the third base line, and head coach Mike D'Amelio was saying go home to Deal, but it was a foul ball as that thing was just about 6 inches away from being fair going into the left field corner. It went into the corner, but it was to the left of the third base bag. So still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deal at second base. He's going to take off for third. Reether's going to hit a little slow roller to the pitcher. He'll glove, throw over to first base. That will move the runner over. We have time called. That is just out number 2, Deal in scoring position. So that will be the night for Barrett Brownfield. So new pitcher into the ball game. Looks like that is, can't tell what number that is, 34. I can't tell if it's still raining out there. So 34 has come in to pitch. Let me uncover my equipment here, and I'll tell you who that is in just a second. So this looks like this is Reese Clapp. So Reese Clapp in, right-handed thrower. I believe they said he's from Rockbridge. He's pitched 3 games, started 1, has a 3.85 ERA, has 7 innings of work, 12 strikeouts, 5 walks, given up 3 hits. So he's done a pretty good job on the mound. Need a little tint here for my equipment. As the rain picked up its intensity here. And stepping in now will be left fielder David Dell. He's had a walk, a single to center field, had a sac fly with an RBI his last time at bat. So 8-5 ball game in favor of the Renegades. First pitch, that one in the dirt. Deal retreats back to third base. So still an 8-5 ball game. Renegades leading, trying to add to their lead as the rain continues to fall. That pitch in there for called strike 1. Reese Clapp in on the mound here. He said rain continuing to fall. Wind is blowing straight out to center field. That one's going to be hit up the middle, and it's going to get through, and Dell's got an RBI single. Just about took Clapp's legs off. And he is going to have another RBI to his credit. He's got 2 so far in this game. As designated hitter Hamilton Anderson will step in. Remember, there's 2 outs here. Hamilton Anderson will step in. He's had a strikeout, a sac fly, and was out unassisted at first base. So 2 outs, runner on first base. It's now a 9-5 ball game. Clapp will check the runner on first. His next offering is going to be sliced, foul down the first base line. Anderson trying to take it the other direction. They ended up over the fence and into the next field of play. So he'll be down to the count at no balls and 1 strike. Throw over to first base. Dell back safely. As I said, this field is turf, so it handles the rain and water well. However, there is a stark difference between sliding on it when it's dry and sliding on it when it's wet, as it is right now. That pitch downstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. We've seen a few runners on both teams have some problems staying on the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch, that one downstairs. That takes it to 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here. Renegades leading 9-5. Here in game 1 of 2 in our doubleheader as the rain falls here at Liberty Park Stadium in Day Field. That pitch downstairs. Hammy had to step out of the way of it. He's the 9th batter. As in the on-deck circle will be Carter Mize, who got everything started with a little blooper into center field for a double. 3-1 pitch. That one's going to be fouled quickly down the first base line. We said the rain falling here at Liberty Park Stadium in Day Field. Blake Gasaway here with you on the Show Me Sports Network as we're just shy of 6:30. Game 2 set to start about 7 o'clock. It'll be about 20-30 minutes after the completion of this game. 9-5 score. Renegades leading the Bombers. Payoff pitch from Clapp on its way. That one's going to be chopped a mile high. And it's going to roll foul. Well, I thought that was going to stay fair, but it did not. Hamilton Anderson was clear down almost in right field as he was legging that out. Got the horses going. Got down to first base quickly, but unfortunately, it went foul. Had that stayed in play, it would have moved Dell over to third base, and Hamilton would have been safe on first. Payoff pitch from Clapp, forthcoming. Checks the runner. The pitch in the dirt. And we're going to have runners at first and second. Both teams now messing up my scorebook as this is batter number 10 walking to the plate. Last inning for the Bombers, they did the exact same thing. So Carter Mize will have his second plate appearance. He's looking to go 2 for 2 in the inning. 2 outs here, runner on first and second base. 4-run lead for the Renegades as they lead 9-5. First pitch to him, swing and a miss. He's had a strikeout, a walk, and hit a double to center field. Took third on a wild pitch and ended up coming home. Next pitch to him, that one downstairs. He lays off. Even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the rains continue to fall here. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A pitch misses for ball 2. Does look like the rain is going to hang around for the foreseeable future, however. This looks like it's a big cell right now, but looks like once it gets out of the way, it might be smooth sailing. A pitch upstairs. So that'll take it to 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs here and 2 runners on. Brady Voss in the on-deck circle. He had an infield single his last at bat. Clapp looks in. 3-1 offering to Mize. He's going to foul that one straight back. So that'll take us to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mize will gather himself. Now he'll step back in the left-hand batter's box. Dell at second base. Anderson at first base. And swing and a miss. That is out number 3. But the Renegades were able to get some runs back. As they add 5 in the inning, they take the lead back, and it's now a 9-5 ball game in favor of the Renegades. We'll pause and be back as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
After I came home from Iraq, I could still hear the booms. Makes it hard to be a good mom.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
Thanks to DAV, I was able to begin to heal.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Shane Fontenot still on the mound for the Renegades. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, these last 2 half frames for both teams saw 11 hitters come to bat for the Bombers and 10 hitters for the Renegades. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you're scoring along, there's only so many places, and you have to go over into the next line. So we will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 9 runs on 9 hits and no errors for the Renegades. 5 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for the Bombers. They will send right fielder Wyatt Towle. First offering to him, he's going to fly that one as Mize is coming over. And he is not going to be able to grab it as he ends up behind the dugout. Cannot come down with it. He made a heck of a try, though. He ran past the dugout. Was behind it. As this field here, there's room behind the dugout. You can actually walk. Not supposed to, but if you're with the team, you can walk from the stands and go behind the dugouts. That's where players store their gear and have their space if they need to stretch. 0-1 offering. That one upstairs goes behind everybody. It's also where the down either side is also where the bullpen is. See somebody warming up for the Renegades. I think that's Holscher. That pitch inside almost hit him. So that makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. That one misses. 3 balls and 1 strike. Warming up, that is Colton Olsher. Doesn't mean that's who will come in the game, but that's who's warming up. That one's going to be a chopper hit to second base. Deal with glove, throw over to first base in time. And a 4-3 put out. Tough play, but he got the glove on it for out number 1. Now we'll go back to the top of the lineup. And Kellen Williamson, second baseman, he has had a RBI double, hit into a fielder's choice, and had a single to lead the game off. Hondo's first offering to him, called strike 1. Rain continues to fall here in Sedalia. That pitch downstairs. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The on-deck circle, Nevitz, the right fielder. That pitch is going to be hit into center field, and he's going to have another hit to his credit. It'll be a single. Williamson is just a hit machine. He is 3 of 4 for the game tonight. Right fielder Spencer Nevins steps in. He's had a 2 RBI double his last inning, his last at bat. Also had a walk and was out in a double play. First pitch upstairs. It's not a heavy rain, but it's enough rain to bother you here at Dayfield in Sedalia. 1-0 pitch, that one's fouled off. That'll leave the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Nevins will dig back in again on the left-hand side of the plate. Don't forget, this is just game 1 of 2 games here this evening. We can get through this game and a little chance we should get the second one. And that one called strike 2. Get through this inning. Should get some rain out of the area, and then we should be, knock on wood, rain-free for game 2, or at least part of the way through game 2 it should stop. 1-2 pitch, that one low. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fontenot in on his second inning of work here on the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first base. Swing and a miss, and that'll be the first K of the night for Fontenot. Stepping in will be first baseman Braden McGinnis. He's 0 for 3, had a 6-4-3 double play, hit into that. Popped out to first base and struck out his last at bat. As we play here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Two outs, first pitch, sliced foul. That's down the third base line. So it'll be no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Renegades. 5 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors for the Bombers. Fontenot again digs back in as much as he can on this turf field. That one downstairs. Runner on first base, that's Williamson. He had that 1 out single. Mize will stand over there to try to hold him on. 1-1 offering from Fontenot. Another one bounced foul. Tried to take the legs off the third base coach over there. All they needed was a little Cotton Eye Joe music for him to dance to get out of the way. Renegades matching the 5 spot that the Bombers put up last inning. That one upstairs. That evens the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. We were scoreless through the top of the 4th inning, then 2 runs put on the board in the 4th inning for the Renegades. No runs put in the bottom of the 4th. 2 more in the top of the 5th. 5 runs, which gave the lead to the Bombers. Another bouncing ball chopped down the third base line. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Then the top of the 6th inning, the Renegades put up their own 5 spot as they regain the lead and add to it back to 4. That's how we stand at our 9-5 ball game. 2-2 pitch. Runner goes to second, did not get the strike call he was looking for. Thought he was headed to the dugout there with the third out. So payoff pitch on its way. He'll check the runner. Runner fakes to third, swing and a miss, and it didn't matter as that's back-to-back strikeouts, and that will end the inning. In the inning, there were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning. Renegades 9, Bombers 5. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
I left the military with a traumatic brain injury. I came home to fight depression, anxiety, and alcohol.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Adam Greathouse, Army veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
With DAV's help, I've built a new life for myself.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is just experiencing life.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors. What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States. That's my goal.
Now she's a powerful force for good. What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
To the top of the 7th inning, as the Renegades looking to close out game 1 here and snap their multi-game losing streak. I believe offhand it's up to 5 games now. Trying to snap that as they'll send hitters 6, 7, and 8 to the plate. That's center fielder Brady Voss, shortstop Joseph Keelholz, and third baseman Seth DeNoyer. So we play here in the top of the 7th inning. So Voss steps in. First pitch to him, called strike 1. So Voss will be down in the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sorry, no balls and 1 strike. That pitch misses. Now it takes it to an even count at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Voss, the leadoff hitter here, the top of the 7th inning. He's going to hit that one a mile high. Third baseman's going to call everybody off. He'll glove it. That's Stallman, and he'll get out number 1. Shortstop Joseph Keelholz steps in. He had a single last inning. Had a 2 RBI double, but was then thrown out at second. One out here, first offering to him on its way. And went in there for called strike 1. He had those 2 runners on and batted them in. They threw home, and there was no play. He was on his way to second and slid off the bag and could not get back on and was called out, so he would have had a single but was thrown out at second. That one called a ball. So it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here. Next offering to Keelholz. That one threw it past him. Couldn't tell if he just smoked that one out of there or it was in the catcher's glove. Does look like maybe the rain has subsided just a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Renegades lead 9-5. That pitch outside and upstairs, and Keelholz couldn't keep from pulling the trigger, so he goes down striking. Strikeout swinging, rather. Third baseman Seth DeNoyer will step in now. So DeNoyer will dig in. He'll ask for time. 2 outs now in the inning. He's number 8 in the lineup. He's going to hit that one off the end of the bat. He's going to go behind first base. Second baseman will come over. That's Williamson, and he will get that for out number 3. So quick inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. But the Renegades still have the lead. As we'll pause and be back, you're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
There's just something about music that stirs the soul, makes us crank it, let go and come alive. This is what makes life, right? Yet what if too much of a good thing today could make us miss out on life tomorrow? 1 in 5 American teenagers now has some type of hearing loss. Loud noise is the most common cause. And these days, we're plugged in louder and longer than ever. Let's hear for life. Turn the volume down.
A few years ago, Steve Faircow's lungs were failing.
I don't think I had more than a couple weeks to live.
That's when Steve received a lung transplant made possible by an organ donor. Now Steve can do things he never imagined, like climbing 94 floors to the top of a skyscraper.
I never knew that breathing could feel this good. It's an incredible gift.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Well, we have a new pitcher in the ball game for the Renegades as Colton Holscher, the left-hander, steps in. Let me get everything uncovered here, and I will give you his stats. He is from Jefferson City, left-handed thrower, 6'2", 165-pounder sophomore. He has pitched in 4 games, but does not have a decision in any of those. He's had 5 innings of work, 8 strikeouts. First pitch in there called strike 1. First batter he faces. That one's going to be hit to Mize. He'll glove it himself, step on first base unassisted for out number 1. That was Stallman, third baseman, who he was facing. Center fielder Gideon Antle steps in. He has been hit by a pitch. That was when we delayed in the 5th inning as that hit Antle, hit Clareau, and hit the home plate umpire. Also has a 6-3 put out and a walk. First pitch to him downstairs. Ball 1. Next offering is going to be just hit over the glove of Seth Denoyer. And Antle will be standing on first base with a 1-out single. That thing was just centimeters away from Denoyer's glove at third base. Left fielder Duffin Makings will step in. He is struck out, hit into a 6-3 put out, and walked. So 1 out here, runner on first base. Holscher checks first. Left-handed thrower on left-handed batter. First pitch, missed, ball 1. I'll have game 2 of this doubleheader here coming up, set for a 7 o'clock first pitch, but that might be pushed back just a little bit. That one inside. Ball 2. It'll be about 15, 20, 30 minutes after the completion of this game. Holscher takes a little bit of rosin. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first base. Holscher's next offering, that one fouled off into the parking lot. So it'll take it to 2 balls and 1 strike. See the kids go running after that. Can't get out that gate, though. 2-1 offering from Holscher on its way. That one is going to be hit into the right field corner, and it's going to be at least a double. They're going to send Antle on the way home as they're going to put the brakes on. So he'll have a stand-up double does Makings. So now runners on second and third. Designated hitter Brett Mooney. He will step in. He's had a strikeout, a single, and a walk. First pitch to him. Misses for ball one. 9-5 ball game here. Renegades leading. Next offering from Holscher on its way. That one misses. Takes us to 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on second and third base. Runners relatively straight away. Right-handed batter. Swing and a miss. That takes it to 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 7th. It should be our final inning here if the score holds up. That one's going to be fouled out of play. I'll take us to 2 balls and 2 strikes. I believe the rain has stopped. I can't tell. I think it stopped. Two-two pitch. That one misses. That takes us even at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from Holscher on its way. That one's going to be a high fly ball hit towards center field. Voss goes back on it. He's going to make the grab. He's going to throw to third base. We'll let the runner score. That'll cut that 4-run lead down to 3. Most importantly, that's out number 2. So that does let 1 run score. Now stepping in, the catcher, Parker Serio. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Holscher looking to close out the game here and get set for game 2. First pitch, he's going to hit it off the end of the bat, and it's going to drop into center field, and Voss misplays it, so runner will score. And Serio will be standing on first base with an RBI single. I think that run would have scored regardless of if Voss is able to get it. Right fielder Wyatt. Yeah, I'll have a conversation here. Wyatt Toll will step in. We're going to have some substitutions now. So 2 outs here. Wyatt Towle will be a bat. He took a walk, a strikeout, and was hit into a 4-3 putout. I actually don't think they're going to have any substitutions. Just think the home plate umpire was writing in his book for the visit to the mound. Hey, good news. We have a second umpire. We have played about a half our game with just one umpire after the home plate umpire. Well, feels like half our game was actually in the 5th inning. So we have a new umpire. Joins the home plate umpire, who has done a great job stepping in here. It is a lot to work with a 2-man crew. It's even more to work when you're by yourself. So Wyatt Towle will step in. 2 outs here, runner on first base. Still a 9-7 2-run lead for the Renegades. Holscher's first offering. That one upstairs, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch on its way. That one in the dirt. Clareau doing a nice job of saving that, keeping it in front of him. 2 runs scored so far here in this bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs. Toe will step back in. So Towle digs back in. Holscher's 2-0 offering is on its way. That one fouled off. That'll make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here, runner on first base. Holscher's next offering, that one a bit outside. That makes it 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, Holscher in here in the 7th inning of work. 10 hits for the Bombers, 9 hits for the Renegades. That one downstairs, and he walked him. So a 2-out walk will send Cerrillo down to second base. Towle down to first base. Now top of the lineup, and second baseman Kellen Williamson, not the guy that I want to face here with 2 outs. He's 3 of 4. Has a single, fielder's choice. He'll hit a chopper to Mize. He'll field it. He'll step on first base. Well, made me eat my words, and that'll be the ball game. So that goes our final at 9-7. So we have game 2. It'll start in about 30 minutes. So we will pause here as that's going to wrap up our broadcast. As I need to get some things set for game 2 of our doubleheader. So we will pause here. Get the right things open, actually, real quick. Then we'll pause. As hopefully you enjoyed game 1 as the Renegades get the victory by a final of 9-7. That will do it for our broadcast, at least game 1 of our broadcast. As Blake Gasaway here with you, bringing you game 1 of our doubleheader. We're going to take a break here and then be back and get you set for game 2 of the doubleheader. We'll pause here. We'll take about a 20-minute break, and then we'll be back as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network. Till we talk to you here in about 20 minutes, so long, and have a great little break. The Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The preceding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.